Thank you, thank you, thank you. I literally just had the best day ever, ever, ever. Okay, thank you to all of those 1,600 plus eye-level players that helped me clear Akan 1 to 3. I am so grateful that you guys played the game with me. We had so much fun. It was such a chill raid. Everybody was so organized. I learned so much watching you guys and playing with you. And I had so much fun, and I was so happy when we cleared. I literally went into that raid, and I'm like, all I need is 2 more mats, 2 more eyeball mats in order to finish my second armor. And when I left, I had a total of 60. I was just so overjoyed. Okay, the best part is that one of my viewers and person from Lost Ark gifted me mats, and I'm talking like the highest tier Oriha, the marvelous leap stones, and the highest tier protection stones in order for me to finish upgrading my gear. So I got stuck at like plus 16, and I just kept trying to get plus 17, and I just kept hitting roadblocks. As you do when you upgrade, you start seeing what mat you're missing. And I literally had to come back online like 2 or 3 times because I got like a mail or a message or a trade after I took off my stream, and I had to come back online and just really just try to hit plus 17. At the very, very end, I exhausted all of my materials, and I'm like, okay guys, well, I'll just finish this tomorrow. And I look at the bar, the artisan bar, and it says 100%. I literally just had to NPC a couple of things to get some silver, open some honor shards that I've been farming, and literally I got plus 17 today. And I'm so happy because now my eye level is the highest eye level I ever achieved, which is 1590. And I just really can't believe I'm saying those words. I wish that every single character that I ever get up to 1,600, 1,590, again, I feel this level of happiness and excitement. I feel like it's so fleeting. Like, I love it so much, and I don't want to miss this feeling, but I'm just really happy. And honestly, I think that this is probably, other than Granado Espada, I think this is the first game that I really played properly where I am truly enjoying the journey. And I'm feeling like all of the emotions of a first-timer, and not rushing it, not like, I don't know how to convey this to you, but it's like, it's a really different kind of journey experience that I'm doing here. So when I first played Granado Espada, that was my first real MMO. I played MapleStory up to level 30 with a friend, but my first MMO that I was actually committed to, did raids, camped world bosses, joined guilds, did war, things like that, like huge, made gear, made PvP gear, made PvE gear. The first game that I was fully committed like that was Granado Espada. And that game, I always reflect on it that one of the main reasons why I became so good at the game, like navigating the UI, learning the mechanics of a character, just overall gameplay, processes, thinking of ways to make Vis, which is the gold currency in that game, is because I did that game by myself, and I grew into that game by myself. I learned everything on my own, and I did everything alone. I farmed things alone, and of course I made friends along the way, and we would like duo raids together and dungeons together all the time for our dailies. But because I learned everything by myself, I just developed that much more of a deep connection with the game. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening right now in Lost Ark. It's kind of like I'm learning as efficiently as possible with a lot of research, a lot of Googling. Luckily, there's a lot of resources for Lost Ark. Like if you Google any question you have about Lost Ark, there's an article about it. There's a Reddit thread. There's an official web page about it. So there's a lot of resources, and YouTube videos. I was watching some YouTube videos today for some other questions I had on Lost Ark. But it's like not only that I'm learning the game on my own, it's kind of like I'm like allowed to, my characters are allowed to be themselves and grow into their final form. And I don't really want to say like, oh, at my own pace, or, oh, I'm not rushing, because I am going as fast as I can. What I mean is like, I'm trying to do it like earned. I think the term earned is precisely what I'm trying to convey. I'm just trying to be an earned player. And I do feel like everything I've done so far is earned. And that makes the accomplishments even more sweet. So I got really lucky because I never would have imagined, even though I've been like trying to manifest this since forever, that I would just be getting to play alongside like high level players that are really good and being a part of their team. And I know that I have a lot of room for self-improvement, but honestly, I did like pretty good, like really good. But obviously I wish I had an Akan weapon. I feel like that would make like such a big difference. But yeah, I am confident to say that after today's 3 gate Akan runs, I am like a professional Akan raid leader now. Like, unfortunately, everything that's shaped me to be the raid leader I am happened from learning experiences. But luckily for Akan, the learning experiences were so much softer, so much better. But once you see it and you understand it, it almost just comes naturally. And I can say one thing that's like really interesting is like when I was like first raid leading, I think I did a little like video on my TikTok or something. And I was talking about how I always like look at my notes, and I was telling my stream, I was like, I have notes and blah, blah, blah. But it's just so interesting. Like now I just like go into Circus and I really know, I have fully memorized, and I have like the muscle memory of like when to side rail, when to do things. And I think that's really nice, but I still always cross-reference my notes because you never know when there's like a tricky mechanic that you might have forgotten. So yeah, I love my notes. I do all my raid leader notes in an Excel spreadsheet because I love Excel. And it's just, the spreadsheet has multiple tabs, but there's only one tab called OP Cutie. That's me because I'm like, my name is Cutie Cat in Terra. And then like, yeah, I'm OP. So it has one column for every single gate, for every single raid I've ever done. I plan on doing a Thymine raid. That's why I plus 17 my Akan gear, because I'm trying to get to 1610 to do Akan normal. I am not going to lie to you. One of my viewers scared me and told me that getting to 1630 is really difficult and it costs so much gold and it's really tedious. And after trying to plus 17 my gloves today, I believe him. So therefore, I think I'm going to do a little solid stop at 1610. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen. And one of the reasons why I kind of want to stop at 1610 is because from my experience with games, I don't really know how it works in Lost Ark, but I know that like when in my old games, once you max your character and then they release the next patch or a time has passed, getting to that point is so much easier and cheaper in the future than it was when you're making it and it's the hottest content. And just given that, like how much resources would it take to get from 1610 to 1630? Could I have 1610 a whole other character? Because I spent over 50k gold today just to go from plus 12 to plus 17 on my gloves. Quite unlucky, but I think that's a little bit of my karma for bragging about one tapping my chest piece to plus 17 like twice. But anyways, yeah. So, I'm going to see when I get there, but definitely for sure 1610 is a must. I must learn Thymine Raid and experience it and clear gates, and I must do that raid because I've done every single Legion raid except Thymine, and I have to do it. It's just, it kind of reminds me, it's not really, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of Queen. And in Terra, I'm notorious on Terra for never having cleared Queen. Every single person cleared it except me. I did a lot of practice runs. I did a lot of runs where, honestly, I felt like I was gatekept because they would take me into a party and we would do all the mechanisms, but they would just keep purposefully resetting the boss, like right after the lasers and stuff like that, like over and over again. And I would just keep pushing and trying to like finish the raid, but they wouldn't let me. So I think like amongst their guild, they've agreed like, okay, we're going to teach her, but don't worry, we'll make sure she never clears. And, it was kind of interesting for Terra because I actually used my gold in Terra to buy Queen cards, and you get a stat. That was like that was the best in slot card, and I was literally wearing like Queen cards even though I never cleared Queen because you could buy cards in Terra. So, Thymine kind of gives me Queen vibes. It's kind of like, why would I not try to clear the highest level content that there is? Because I missed out on that. Right when Terra got shut down, I was still trying to do Queen. And I actually started getting invited more to do Queen because everyone knew I wanted to do it so bad that I remember one day I actually posted this video on my YouTube that literally I was streaming with my cam off, and literally like I come back from making coffee and on my screen there's a party invite to like go to Queen with these OP people. We didn't clear, but they were genuinely trying to clear. But we tried like 3 times. It was so fun. But yeah, so I know that Thymine is nothing like Queen. I didn't even look at a video of it. I didn't read the guide, but don't worry, I will do my research fully, and I hope to raid lead that and to do Thymine normal as a weekly Legion raid. That's like on my roster. I didn't really know that this podcast episode was going to go in that direction, but I guess that's where my train of thought has taken me. I really just came here to let you guys know. Oh, thank you, by the way, for searching Cute Doll on Spotify and rating me 5 stars. I really appreciate it. I just came on here to tell you that I'm so happy I'm 1590, and today was the best day ever, and I'm just happy I got to meet those people today that gifted me and also played the game with me and raided with me. I had so much fun with you, and yeah, I hope that, I know I'm really good, and I know like you don't think that, but I know that I'm really good. I'm a really good mechanical player. But once I get my gear plus the mechanics, I'm just really excited to play with even more OP people. I think that's really cool. I think that the player base in Lost Ark is so gigantic, and this is the biggest game I've ever played. Usually I play games that are really small communities. It's kind of funny in Granada Espada, they were like, oh, like one time someone made a joke is like, oh yeah, Granado Squad is just like 6 people and they're like 30 different like usernames or whatever. But I only had one username on that game. But yeah, it was just really funny because it's so true. It's like, it's so true. But yeah. I'm like, is there anything I left out? I don't know. It kind of feels like Christmas. I'm just really happy. And I never wanted to forget. Yeah. So I hope everybody has a good rest of your day. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I can't wait to continue on this journey and let you know how it unfolds. And I also want to once again thank not once again, but I just want to thank people for letting me experience everything and grow my own way into everything and learn and give me the room to learn and be like kind of, I don't want to say support, but kind of like that foundation that gives me like the bandwidth in order to learn. I've learned so much in Lost Ark. I've learned so much in Lost Ark that I would never take the type of character that I used to play when I started into a raid now without doing certain things to make that character as playable as possible. Oh yeah, by the way, the whipped cream and sugar and icing on top and the cherry on top of everything is that today on my sorcerer, I actually bought my last 3 grudge books. So I have my perfect engravings on her. She's on Balthor, but she has perfect engravings, and that server has all my sorceresses. So it has 6 sorceresses, and they're all gonna obviously share those engravings, and they share gems. So that was really, really cool. Okay, this came out way longer than I expected. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.